Viewers, welcome to that wonderful episode of the Roundtable. My name is Shegun Odmayo. On this show, we discuss socio-political matters and dissect how they are affecting the millions of Nigerians, both home and abroad, as the case may be. I have two lovely individuals with us here in the house, and we have Mr. Chukwudi Akasike on the left, making a return after a couple of weeks off. A very big thank you, sir, for being a part of this show today.
Thank you very much.
And to my right, I have Mr. Adekunle Aliu. Okay, no glasses, no tie, but he's here in spirit, flesh, and soul. Very quickly, we'll be going to the meat of the show. We'll be starting with what the president said a couple of days ago when the Shogun of Ogbomoso paid him a visit at the Aso Villa there in Abuja, where the president was declaring openly, and he said he could beat his chest to talk about the fact that monies are not being owed any local banks by the federal government of Nigeria, and that the amount that had been expected this year 2025 from non-oil matters, that amount that they had written down to say this is the threshold we are going to get to, this is where we think we are going to get to, they've actually gone past that, and it is just the beginning of September. I mean, that statement from the president was greeted by a lot of controversial statements for and against, as the case may be. And that's the first matter we'll be dissecting this afternoon. I'll be starting with you, sir.
Yeah.
The president was saying it clearly and, emphasizing on the fact that the government is doing well, and that, these issues that people are speaking about, we are on the path of recovery, as people have always loved to say. People in this government have always loved to say. What's your opinion about the entire that's 2-3 minutes part of that speech?
Yes, it's a good thing that the president is showing optimism, and if he says a lot has been, from what he's saying, a lot has been done, and he is beginning to see the changes, and some people too are seeing it while others are not seeing it, and that is what always spark the debate. The debate is a positive one. I won't blame the president. There is nothing wrong in being optimistic. There is nothing wrong in giving us good news. But somehow, we must be seeing the indications, the signs from the people. If the people, I've always said, are hungry, and you are saying all is well from your own angle, definitely there will be debate, and there will be reactions and counter-reactions. Yes.
Okay. The president was happy. I mean, he was
bragging.
Emphatic.
He was joyous.
He was
that
statement, and,
No, he needs to beat his chest.
How many private sectors even make the money for the year in August, by the way? How many top private sectors make the amount they say this is how much we are going to make for the year, and they made it by August?
The banks are declaring serious profits. Half quarter year, their banks are smiling. I don't know if the manufacturing industries are smiling that way too. But again, some Nigerians are smiling, maybe majorities are not smiling. So, but this is it. If we have met the revenue target for the year, it means that, look, the money I plan to spend, the resources we plan to get, we have gotten it now. So what we expect is that, okay, the extra we are going to get, so are we going to still spend it on other extras or other needs? Nigerians are...
Now that we have surplus in non-oil revenue, last year 14 trillion was made for the entire year. This year we already gone past of that.
Okay.
Of what benefit will it be for Yabisi, Baba Rasaki, Mame Meka?
Okay.
How will they benefit from all these statistics? Because like the president said, no be statistics, we go chop.
But again, it's still the same statistic we will use to do the next budget, to prepare the plans for the people. So we need these statistics, we need all this. And if it's really now the statistics that look, I've made more money, or I've made enough money for this, and we know my budget. So what you're going to make extra. So how are you going to do extra for the people? How are you going to do extra things that will alleviate pains and cries and hues? How are we going to put that extra into health, into this, into that, into economy, into production, into school, into education? So those extras too will come. It's going to be beneficial in all ways. Look at it anyhow you look at it. It's like if a man say, okay, I've gotten a bonus. So what's my bonus going to be for my family? So I'm going to buy shoes. I'm going to buy more dresses. So it is beneficial if the money is channeled well to the appropriate quarters. So everybody, more roads.
It's even a good thing, let me even add, it's even a good thing the president said himself.
It's good.
That they will look into unemployment and tackle unemployment head on. That's a good one. But how they will tackle the huge unemployment that we see now, I don't know. But it's a good thing he has said it, and I pray that he starts it. If he starts it, definitely this craze about I want to do JAMB, there will be reason for it. You know, you are doing JAMB, you want to go to university, where are the jobs? You know, but if he can tackle that, there is hope. That means our machine will start grinding. I want to tell you that in the past, the machine has not even started.
At all.
From what he has said about today, from what he said yesterday, or I think
Our machine is grinding.
our machine will begin to grind.
Okay. Non-oil, I mean,
Export
industry
Yeah.
is where we got all this money from, including tax.
Yeah.
And I think many Nigerians have seen this taxing have been, and we have not even started taxing because it's just about to begin. Subsidies gone,
Yeah.
taxing increasing in various angles. It looks like it's sucking of the people's pockets.
Yeah.
And we are just beginning to, the monies are going to go to the governors. The president himself have called on the governors that the governors should do better. The local government divorce from state funds that was the courts spoke
Autonomy.
about
Yeah.
till date, we've not heard anything.
Yes.
So the end product on the user, the Nigerian,
Yes.
how soon is all this going to happen? Because
Yeah.
with all of this, in place,
As it is, it's as if there is this hangman's noose in the neck of an average Nigerian. So now that the president has brought a very good news, it is refreshing. So what will happen is that let the people start feeling it. Let the man who is in his house and a NEPA man brings his bill. Let that what the president said reflect in the bill, not you bring 80,000 naira bill for something that should be 10,000 naira. So let it start reflecting. Let the people start smiling. Ordinarily, that optimistic message the president passed through, it will make the people suffering angry. But somehow, any person that is prayerful, the prayer will be, let it reflect in my life.
okay, still on this matter now. Of course, people have come out, opposition has come out to say the president was just making a statement. No facts, no figures to back it up. No, no proper breakdown of
accounting.
statistics. And he's just, trying to.
He's the one spending the money. They are not the one spending the money. He's the one looking at the books. They are not the one. He's the one saying
He
this.
said it like he looked at the books.
Looks, I have seen my report today. I have made more money than is his business owner. He's the chairman. He's the chief executive. He's the CNC commander in chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So whatever the opposition will say, even if it's not successful, they will still say these things. So, but I think we should be realistic. They should make it public, and let's even see the records. Let's know what we've made as a, because it's not your money, it's our money, it's our situation, it's our problem. It's we that will solve it. Every policy you make, we are still going to be the one to implement it from up to the bottom. So let's even know, make it public. Let's see and see the extra. So while we see those extras, so that the opposition too can do what, keep quiet and say, okay, agreed, this government has made this. So you block them out by making it public. They have not seen the statistics. Put the statistics out. Let
there
it
is
become
no way they
in black and white.
So
whatever hole they want to pick in it, so we all pick it together and say, okay, but here. But you have just said it. So we are waiting for the DMOs, the statistics, the real statistics to dish out this.
Even if Tinubu paints the whole of Nigeria in gold, even if all the citizens are satisfied, the opposition will always cry. Why they will cry wolf is that they are looking at power. They want to grab power. But what they will do with the power is what we don't know. And that is why anytime I say Tinubu has not done well, it doesn't mean that I'm supporting the opposition.
No.
Because I've always said it that, okay, Tinubu, you say Tinubu is not performing. If peradventure, the opposition comes in, what will they do with power? I can assure you that they will even complain more. They will complain more than Tinubu did when he started. Anytime they come in, the character, the attitude is, oh, what I made there is bad. Is worse than I thought. So we don't know what this opposition can do with power. If, as it is now, they are still not organized.
No.
So let's see what Tinubu will do. He has said that he doesn't want that. What is it? All this about statistics, but definitely let him bring out the figure.
Yeah, we need to see this.
Let's see.
No matter what, the ordinary man should know. We, the economic student, should also be able to say, okay, good. Yes, you are right. No, you're wrong, sir. We should be able to. It's like accountability. Let's see it. So we are waiting to see them.
And part of the money should also be used to look at insecurity and find a way. Of course, I want to believe that it is not money that is making us not to fight this to fight insecurity. It is just tactics. We have not got the real tactics to remove these bandits.
Why I also want to give credence to what the president says, that when Okonjo-Iweala was around, she said the economy is kind of is on the right trajectory, so it's stabilizing. So there's hope. There is hope for this government. There is hope for the country. There is hope that things will get better if we roll on a good trajectory. If we don't drill ourselves, that's why I pray that look, the opposition should be factual. Whatever is wrong, let's deal with it. Whatever is right, let's say, no, you got it right here, but here you're wrong. You got it right here you're wrong. So let's work on the wrong so that we can better ourselves. I
understand what you are saying. We want patriotic leadership and patriotic opposition. Not unpatriotic leadership and unpatriotic opposition. Yeah.
People are asking, Mr. President, you say we don't have any debt within. The debt level. And recently, Afenifere had to even say, no, don't borrow for, there's supposed to be a new rail system. Don't borrow this. We have so amount out there. The report is out there. I'll be throwing this to you, sir.
Yeah.
The president is saying we are not owing internally. But externally, our debt is hanging.
It's overwhelming.
Everywhere.
Yes.
When are we going to be debt-free? At least to a good extent.
I think what the president now should do, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I don't think he's in good terms with former President Olusegun Obasanjo. If he is in good terms with former President, you should meet him and ask him the tactics he used in clearing, to seek his advice, to know the tactics he used when he cleared Nigeria's debt, So it shows that somehow there was a kind of good relationship with the people who were owing. So they were able, apart from the paying, I know some were cleared, So President Tinubu should follow that line and see what OBJ did, former president did, so that Nigeria, this debt burden will be removed. If not, the next generation will suffer.
I'm on a different. See. Why are we afraid of debt? Is there a country in the world that is not indebted to one or the other?
Why? Why we are afraid of debt? You know why we are afraid of?
So you should borrow for the right reason. That's what you do. You should borrow for industrialization. You should borrow for employment.
Which is not there.
Manufacturing.
These things are not there.
Dangote is the richest man.
That's why we are afraid.
The richest man in Africa, isn't it? But he's still borrowing for the Dangote refinery, for industry. So you need to borrow for infrastructure. The money you think you have as a country may not be able to food or carry the bill of the project you intend to bring in. So you go borrow. So it's not a bad thing to borrow, but you borrow, you pay back. Because
the infrastructure
is not owing locally.
He will be happy. Look, I'm not owing for now locally. Does not mean I will owe tomorrow. Locally. So
that's not good news.
We are commissioning a lithium project in Nasarawa State. Was it done by the federal government, by the state, or by the federal government fee? You go borrow. You put this money in the right places and you pray that that investment will yield and pay up itself. So you do such borrowing to keep your country afloat. Even locally, if he's saying we are not locally we need to borrow, because if those money sit down in those banks and do nothing, it does not generate. But so you borrow, the money go around and it increases. So
there should be a kind of accountability too.
Yeah, that's
what have we done with the one who have borrowed? What we put on ground, is it something that will produce money to pay off the debt? If it is not, if it's just road, we did this, we can't pay back easily. So we need to get something like a machine that will put in place that will be mass producing something that people need around the world.
That's
we need to bring, if we can, even President Bola Tinubu should see something, should persuade people outside to come back and, you know, work on new industries.
So if we borrow for infrastructure, say for instance, we borrow for the fastest speed train between Lagos and Abuja and maybe Southeast, like that. Yeah. So that is a government project. Yes. But do you know the effect, the merry-go-round, the effect of that borrowing, what it's going to do? Let's look at the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Look at the buildings between Lagos and Oyo State now. Also consider the Coastal Highway. You are borrowing to do that. Look at what will happen on that route till you get to Calabar, because you borrowed to build that. So it will trickle in your economy. The effect will show in the economy, and you'll be able to meet needs. You make more money.
We are always talking about road.
Don't borrow to steal. When you borrow money, and the money is embezzled.
Yes. So what I'm saying is that this time around, our debt is huge. What we should also do, we should produce things, strong things that we can take out. You are also talking about road. As much that one we have it already.
As much as we cry that our debt is high, but our debt is still not high because we are still going to these people. If our debt, the day they stop borrowing us, that day you should now stop. That day, you know, you're in trouble. It's like the nose now is not hanging on you, but they still borrow you, and you come, they look at your statistics. He can pay. He has collaterals. He has a lot of things. We are not yet at the hang nose. We are still fair.
No.
We can do it better.
We have to move on
Though you want to live in a country where you don't borrow, but it's not possible. So you need to, because there's some project. Take for instance, if we want to do what's that town in Japan where the nuclear energy disaster went away. We want to do such kind of facility. Do you think we can do that kind with our own resources at home? It's a big project.
We need to feed first.
We need to feed first.
That's why we should borrow for infrastructural mechanized agriculture too.
We have to
expand our yarn
now to the second topic of the day. When President Tinubu came on board, the most popular statement from that day was fuel subsidy is gone. And the president said, with his policies, that we're going to be moving to CNG. Guess what? The price of CNG has equally increased. It has moved. It has now become 450 naira
from
per standard cubic meter from 230 naira. And what is funny is that for CNG, subsidies were equally even being paid. So now those subsidies have been removed, and it is now 450 from 230 to 450. That is almost 100%, because 230 plus 230 is 460. So about almost 99%, I guess. And that has equally sparked controversy, because quite a number of persons had even moved to CNG. There was a time we had a story somewhere in Ikeja, not far away from LTV there, and we saw there was this fueling station where there were so many cars, about 40 or 30 or on the line, and I didn't even know that particular station was a CNG until we asked one person, then we asked another person, then we asked about 3 people. Wonderful SUVs, not trucks now. Nice looking cars. Nobody would have ever thought that those cars were CNG. So for people who ran away from PMS and ran to CNG, there's increase. It looks like President Tinubu is a subsidy removing government. There's subsidy removal in every sector, including CNG, that he made popular.
So this is for the error I think they made. This is where
the non revenue.
Probably because they want to encourage us, they had to put subsidy. But I've always said it that look, what is going to be for the masses? Be careful how you put subsidy on it, because in the long run,
it should be subsidy free.
It should not be subsidized. In the long run, the government will get its hand burnt.
That's heavy pain.
What do I mean by that? So, look at fuel. Do you know how long it took us before we now remove subsidy finally? Go and check history. From 30
it's
kobo.
Still being subsidized now.
The fuel, I don't think so.
It's not coming at that level. Because if it does come at that level,
why am I saying that? Because the more
eventually they remove that other subsidy.
The more you have people consuming that product, the more the subsidy that government will be paying. And it's also going to eat into subsidy, into government's account and government expenditure. Hence, we had issues. We had to remove subsidy because subsidy was going to like half of what we're earning as a country. We're paying it on fuel. So, but if you now say, okay, CNG is growing, quickly remove the subsidy that people can get used to it. It's going to be determined by the market.
I disagree.
I like it. I don't like it. I don't buy it.
That is not.
Sorry,
that
sir.
is not.
Why am I saying that?
It is not.
Why am I saying that? See, to encourage us, we started. Now it's growing. If it becomes the national means of transport, it will become a national problem that the national government may not be able to pay enough subsidy on. Because if the prices keep increasing, you keep having more. And that's what we suffered in terms of PMS. Because the prices keep going up and the subsidy keep going up. So at this level, I think I think they made a mistake at the show.
Let me
putting subsidy on it from the beginning. From the beginning, they should have put subsidy.
It is disturbing.
Just let the market determine.
It is very worrisome.
If it's going to be competitive,
it is very worrisome
that
this time we are defining subsidy as something that is negative. This is a country that has mineral resources in quantum. And if you want the people to enjoy from it, there should be a level of subsidy. Countries that are producing, what will I call it, oil, fuel, countries that are good in any kind of mineral resources, they subsidize it so that the amount this person is buying it in Angola is not the same amount the person that has it is buying it. So subsidy is not a sin, it's a blessing. So if what is happening to the CNG now is like what happened to kerosene, what happened to gas. You encourage people to come into it, then you increase it. You increase it. That is not good. That is not good.
That's what I'm saying.
That is a kind of booby trap for the people. You don't set trap for your citizens.
Let it free from the beginning.
No. If you are subsidizing, we see government people now, they are living large. The people are poorer. I think you understand. So why will you remove the CNG that you have encouraged people to embrace?
Join.
It happened to gas. They say people should stop using kerosene. Gas is cheap. Gas is this. We have so many something cubic meters. Wasting. But before you know it, it entered 800. Before you know it, 1,000. Before you know it, it's 1,300. Some people are selling 1,150. So don't let the citizens see you as 419. Let the citizens see you that you are sincere with them. You don't invite somebody to eat when the person, before the person gets to the table, you throw the spoon away. That is not good. So the CNG thing, they should have allowed it to wait because people are already suffering. Now you say the economy has stabilized. So hold on. You say the economy has stabilized. Now look at this one. Is it not contrary to the stability? If the people's economy have not stabilized, with these CNGs now that they have, it has scattered the people's individual economy.
Let me now.
What is the stability in economy is talking about? So what the definition of stability of the economy is just the fact that government officials are leveraging on the too much money that they have seen as a result of the removal of fuel subsidy. So they should not. This thing is not something we should be praising. So the CNG increase, the price of CNG.
Have you also looked at it from this way? That those who hold on.
Yeah.
Those who use the CNG as means of transport, do you feel the effect? You as a transporter or as a commuter, do you pay lesser fare because the fuel their vehicle with CNG and they get subsidy? Do you feel it? So you don't feel it. We don't feel it.
No.
So because I don't feel it as a person, I still pay the same fare as if I'm using PMS. I think I have the right to remove it.
Who do you blame?
I don't benefit.
No, who do you blame?
No. So
because who do you blame? Because
I won't be the president and I will see something going on. How to take it up? It's business. Let's do business.
Hold on. No.
Let's do business.
No.
Because the truck that is benefiting that subsidy and does not translate to the people.
Yeah.
What's my benefit? What's my gain?
No,
it becomes that look, they are the one making more money. When you are making more money from it, then pay the actual price.
There was this promise that CNG vehicles will be cheaper when you want to.
In fact, conversion was free.
No, I'm not even looking at that conversion. I'm looking at how much you pay when you enter the CNG bus. So It's cheaper. But with this one now,
have you ever bought one and you pay cheaper?
It's not like when you enter a bus.
Have you ever bought one?
I've not even bought.
I bought vehicles every day. I see their gases and they still charge us as if we are paying for fuel. They are on this route too often, and they charge us the same amount.
It shows that with this one now, it will be worse.
What? Let's see.
So where is it? Then where is the stability in the economy that everybody is parading?
Is it likely we experience another increment?
If the majority of the people are complaining of bad economy, you can't be. The presidency should not be talking about stability.
We should be lucky it's coming earlier. Like, look, okay. Before this is snowball, I'm removing the subsidy now. Because if it now becomes something we are all interested in, and we now begin to complain again, the way we got shocked now. So, see, there's still
Nigeria is fast becoming the only country that is wiping up all the subsidies. I believe in Saudi, they are still having subsidy.
There's no.
In Germany, they are still having
your subsidy will not be on the product.
Let me give you an
lose double.
Let me give
but listen, the subsidy will be on the fact that okay, you can get some incentive from government, some food stamp, some this, some that. I think that's a fair one.
I want to give you an example.
I think that's fair.
Nigerians over time, over the years and years, have been used to these subsidies. Petrol, light, electricity is even the plan is on
to remove subsidy too
completely now
because the majority are there and the amount government is spending, they are looking at like it's too much.
But this is
and there is also fraud in it.
About the level of pain.
The society will crumble.
Come down on
the society will not crumble.
When there is pain,
what we need to do is to rearrange our capitalism. We need to put things in perspective. These things are too much. You can't claim to be making this money and you're losing it again on subsidy.
You will be creating a society of bourgeois. You will be creating a society of bourgeois. That you are a politician.
No way you will have a bourgeois.
It is live and let die. See, that attitude is live and let die.
Is it not better to have many bourgeoisies and less poverty?
It is very wrong. It is very wrong. You can't remove subsidy in everything. You should look at how much the people are earning. Let me give you an example.
1 year.
Okay, let me give you an example.
You have to
wait. Let me give you an analogy. Let me give you an analogy. Let me give you an analogy. Angola, within the same time, we were asking for minimum wage. Angola, the president declared $120. Declared $120. Our own, which one was 70,000 naira.
So what's the population of Angola and the population of Nigeria?
Hold on. When you now fix it to take it to dollars, our own is about $46. And average, the minimum wage in Angola is how much?
You say 120.
It's $120. Now the president did something in removing fuel subsidy in Angola. You know what he did? Private sector will increase the fuel price for you. Commercial, we won't increase it, and that is why Angola was calm that time. You know, there was if you are a private man, you are the person that will pay more. So you see people dropping their vehicle, joining public buses. So that is what I was expecting. But what our government did was to remove it wholesale. And you see the crisis it has caused. Or will you say it didn't cause any crisis?
Before you do all this, you look at your implementation level. In Republic of Benin, Okada riders don't go one way. In Nigeria, we have a penchant for one way.
How does that affect? How does that affect the pain that the people are going through?
When you're going to take away your own first subsidy and say, okay, well, if you say commercial people should not pay, what do you think we will do here? Everybody will begin to think uses vehicle as commercial, and before you know it, you use commercial to collect the fuel. You go and turn it to your. You look at your people and their character before you make some policies. You cannot. Your policies cannot be
that is why there is government.
You also know that your people cannot do much of implementation. They cannot execute. They cannot.
And that is not so. It's not enough to punish the people that are obedient.
The people are not being punished. You are bringing it to everybody. This is what is beneficial.
You don't bring pain to the people. See, pain should not come wholesale to the people.
It might be painful now. It might be stressful now. But in the long run, while Nigeria will be crying Uhuru, Uganda or Angola will be weeping that did not change their style, because it's going to affect them very soon. Very soon, that's where we will go and be expecting.
You tell the people 1 + 1 is 2. Your analogy is saying 1 + 1 is 5.
Yes.
If we are feeling this pain now and is thinking long term, and somebody comes on tomorrow and reverses some of these things and the pain in quotes that we've gone through now becomes null. I mean, null because there's another direction from another government.
That's why I always talk about patriotic opposition. We need to look at where we're going to. What is this government trying to achieve? So, is it good? If it's good, please, any other political party that comes should toe that trajectory and work towards it. You might have slight variations, slight change, like look, okay, industrialization, because note that even all our policies in terms of PMS is being fueled by PIA. That look, you want to deregulate that sector, you want to set it free so that you can have industrialization in that sector. So if you change that policy, you will begin to affect other sectors of the economy. So I think the opposition should be careful when they are coming. Thank God while they were campaigning in 2023, they all said they were going to remove fuel subsidy, which was a common ground for all of them. But how and when, we don't know. But they agreed. So that should be the way. We should just pray that look, the next person coming will not move from, because we have suffered too much to go back again and begin to suffer another suffer.
We are still suffering.
And no, that's what I'm saying.
The people don't know when it will end. Because you said in the long run it will end. People will. There is no arithmetic that is pointing to that. Because what you are telling us now is 2 + 2 is 25.
We have to go to comments now and see what our people are saying online. It's brazy. The comments are coming in droves. Michael is saying buses using CNG charge the same price as those using petrol in the first place. Nobody should complain. Just the private users of CNG should complain. Okay, nice one, Michael. Ebenezer Adeyemo is saying bringing in people and increasing the price is not good at all. I guess he's talking about the issues on ground. Adeboye Abiola says, she typed this in Pidgin. She said she's complaining about the taxing and the fact that Nigeria, this is really becoming crazy now, and the tax is becoming heavy. Somebody else is just joking and said, okay, that they will still increase it, and it looks like his complaints galore here. But hey, well, we have to move on now to the third topic, and it's about the biggest opposition party in Nigeria, the People's Democratic Party, the PDP, where they are counting down. They are counting down to their convention that's going to be happening in Ibadan in the 11th month of the year 2025 in November. While the PDP's Faction A seems to be going this way, the PDP Faction B looks like they are going this way. The PDP sat down together recently in Zamfara and planned what they wanted for the convention. They came out, their governors, their chairman and other stakeholders addressed the press, and it looked like all was fine. Recently, members of a group, concerned members of the PDP, that group was officially spoken on behalf of by the former governor of Benue State, Samuel Otom, said that they were agreeing with what the PDP was saying. However, they had certain views. Number one, that congresses in the South and the Southeast must be redone so that those guys that were there before will be coming back. I mean, talking about officials that were in charge before should be coming back. Number two is that, yes, they agree that the presidential ticket of the 2027 election representing the PDP should be zoned to the South, but that it should not be micro-zoned to any region in the South. And that the chairman of the PDP, the next chairman of the PDP should be coming from the North Central. So a lot of issues there. Number one, talking about the congresses from the South and the Southeast, talking about no to micro-zoning of the presidential candidates to any region in the South, but generally it should just be thrown open to the South. And they're also talking about the fact that the chairman of the party should come from the North Central. Now, the PDP then responded, members of the PDP Damagun faction then responded and said, well, they have no business with that idea coming from the caucus of the FCT minister, Wike. And in the words of one of the representatives spoken to, they should know that there is no champion forever. I think I want to start with no champion forever. You see that it is when it is not tomorrow, in the next 5 years or 6 years, when some people are no longer in power and they tell them no champion forever, I hope, I'm just saying that before we go into the meat of this matter, I hope they will not now say, no, we are stakeholders. I hope no champion forever belongs to everybody and not just one person. But that was just something to say. That. I'll be moving over to you now, sir. The PDP. Today it looks like everything is settled. Tomorrow, chaos. Today we are fine and everything is good. Tomorrow, chaos. The Wike faction, Damagun faction, the governors are somewhere. Some other people. What's going? Can they settle their matter?
What I see in the PDP, I will describe it. I was in a training yesterday and they mentioned 2 words: unconscious incompetence.
Unconscious incompetence.
That is what the PDP is suffering. The PDP is in a bad shape, and they are reveling as if all is well. Every day, the PDP continues to sink. Whatever they are doing, they start clapping. You are clapping, you have sunk already, and you are clapping. Because what happens to the Ikimi, Tom Ikimi committee. Disciplinary committee? Has the Ikimi spoken? Has he done anything? As it is, Wike still holds the ace in PDP. Let's not forget that Wike was funding PDP in the past. And he has many of them
The juggernauts.
In fact, he is holding their scruples. They can't say anything. Because this man, any decision he takes, he succeeds. Any decision he takes. Look at what is happening in River State. Atiku say, oh, I will go to court. There is nothing you can do. Because the man plans well than many of the PDP members. How come nobody has said, oh, anti-party, let us, at least query him about that? Nobody in PDP has the moral fiber to do so.
They even said no position.
You know, Tom Ikim is a tough man. But in this one, he appears to be powerless. So the PDP is jumping the gun. You see this problem, you don't want to solve it. You look the other way. So you pass to the other side. You want to, face another challenge. So it cannot work as it is. If Nigerians are conscious voters, if Nigerians are very systematic in voting, nobody will touch PDP with their thumb. Nobody will go to that place. What is the big deal about PDP now? There is no big deal. The party is in crisis and has refused to come to solve the crisis. So all this one they are saying convention. Will convention give you the presidency? Apart from Jonathan, who has said he's not interested in presidency now. Who else will beat Tinubu? Even Jonathan too may not be able to beat Tinubu now.
So there's nobody in the PDP that you think.
Let them mention the person now, because 2027 is almost a year and a half. Because any person that will be president that will want to beat Tinubu, we should know the name now. We should popular now. Who is the person? So as it is Tinubu versus Tinubu. Because what I see among this in the call coalition is farrago of rubbish.
Wow. Farrago.
That's it.
Coalition
of rubbish.
What do you think is a farrago as well? I mean, even inclusive of the PDP.
I think PDP is a very formidable force to reckon with. If they are not formidable, we won't be talking about them here. And people want the best for that party. People want them to align and realign and get their act right. So, but again, having said that, with all the conditions that Minister Wike has listed, so I'm expecting them to say, okay, these are the reasons why you can't get these things. Come out publicly. He has listed his conditions.
The question is, does it mean he's right? Because the faction said if they don't do
because
this,
he's a stakeholder in your party. Because he's trying to hold you at a juggernaut. He's trying to make a mockery of all the things you're doing. And look, you're not doing it. What he says is that they are not doing it right.
Okay.
So for you to do it right, do this, do this, do this. So if you do this for me, do this for me, do this for me, or do this like this, your convention will be successful.
Let me correct. So, when you say Wike is a stakeholder, you are taking Wike as an ordinary, PDP member.
Apologies.
Wike is a super stakeholder
apologies.
in PDP because he runs everything.
Apologies.
He greases the engine.
Apologies.
He greases the engine before the engine will move. And that is what the PDP has come to has become.
So,
they can't do him anything. And he said it that nobody can touch him.
He should not make himself a demigod. That is why they are using that word, no champion forever. He should not make himself a demigod.
See, let me tell you, no champion forever is a statement from the perspective of defeat. It's a defeatism something. It's not you're beating me too much. You know that you won't be champion forever, but we know that he's beating you now. What will you do about it? And that's what PDP cannot do.
I am saying they should just explain reasons why or why they win. Would they achieve?
Explain to who? Is it the national chairman of the party?
The champion forever.
We are good. Our time is now, friend. A very big thank you to Mr. Atiku for being on the show. The spark came alive once again, and we started clear at you as well. But like I said, the biggest thanks belongs to you, Adi Avias, because if you are not there, there will be no reason for us to be on this side of the table, and the round table stops being round. So we appreciate you for being on that side of the corner. Join us next week again for another wonderful episode of the round table. For myself, Shagona, and everybody, it's Stay Out of Trouble. Have a fantastic weekend. Like I always say, don't be weekend by the weekend. God bless you.